Up and Adam.
Tractor systems are offline.
We are Beyond FM.
Beyond FM.
The future of broadcasting is here.
Up and Adam with Adam Montiel. It's community content from Concentrate. It's Up and Adam with Adam Montiel.
Some say life is where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Yes, some say life is just where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Only to start again.
All right, back at it. Let's do this. I'm excited about today's show. Thanks for being here. My name is Adam Montiel. Thanks for being Up and Adam. There is something new taking shape in the hills just outside San Luis Obispo, and it sits somewhere between a beautiful boutique hotel and the kind of camping experience that doesn't ask you to sleep on the ground or fight with a zipper in the dark or freeze your ass off. Nightsky Camp is bringing 45 elevated tent suites to Dairy Creek, complete with real beds, private bathrooms, family-friendly options, dog-friendly access, I love that, and the kind of silence and 360-degree views that make you remember why you live here and why people come to SLO CAL in the first place to visit. Just gorgeous. You know, we talk about Dan Curcio doing that Moonshiner Collective Under the Moon concert series. It's the same beautiful rolling hills that we're talking about. So later in the show, we're going to talk to the co-founders, David Smith, also Toly Mezhov, kind of learn about how two Australians meet in California. That's a crazy story. Fell in love with this landscape where we live and decided not to build over it, but around it. We're also going to talk about Marcero. It's their restaurant. It's already open at Dairy Creek, why they believe the landscape is the experience and how Nightsky, opening this fall, could become the perfect base camp for everything from golf and hiking to wine country, the beach, and even a very good burger. Damn good burger, they say. That conversation coming up in just a few minutes here on Up and Adam. Looking forward to introducing you to Toly and to David. Super cool dudes. Love the conversation. Before we get into it, I want to chat about my friends at the Mountain Air. I just love that these folks support new media. They support local. It means a ton. And look, the Mountain Air, they've been doing their thing since 1975. They're right there on Marsh Street. They've been helping generations of locals get outside at all skill levels. Camping, climbing, hiking, heading to the snow, whenever that's a thing. Owned by Josh and Lindsay Herring, a fantastic couple, great neighbors. It's not overwhelming. It's not transactional when you walk in there. You're seen, you're felt. They treat you good. A couple doors down, they got their sister shop, the Switchback. That's a fun spot. Buy and sell used gear. Maybe you want to get into a new hobby. Maybe you're kind of your interest is kind of waning on one hobby. You want to get rid of some stuff, unload. There you go. Theswitchback.com, also themountaineer.com. Check them out. Thank them for being Up and Adam. Give them a follow on socials too. It's completely free to just follow them on Insta. And when you do go in there, let them know you heard them on Up and Adam. The Mountain Air, San Luis Obispo.
It's Up and Adam with Adam Montiel.
All right, today we are headed just outside SLO to Dairy Creek in the middle between San Luis Obispo and Morro Bay. You know, we're talking just gorgeous country out there where a new kind of escape is taking shape. Nightsky Camps is bringing 45 elevated tented suites to the hills, blending the comfort of a boutique hotel with the peace, the space, and the adventure of the outdoors, all while working with the land instead of overpowering it. And already open on the property is Marcero, their 7-day-a-week restaurant serving really fun elevated food for locals, for golfers, visitors alike. Here to talk about how two Australians met in California, fell for this landscape, and began building what they hope will become one of SLO CAL's most distinctive new destinations. Please welcome Nightsky Camps co-founders, David Smith and Toly Mezhov. Guys, thanks so much for being Up and Adam.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
nice to be here.
This is awesome. You know, I think of every meaningful project, and it's been fun to watch this one kind of come along. It kind of has two birthdays, right? The day that someone first imagines it, and then, of course, the day everyone else finally sees what they saw. Take me back before the construction, the renderings. Where did kind of this come from personally and professionally and locally?
Yeah, so Toly and I, we're both from Australia. We actually met
in California, so we didn't know each other from back home. But
when you see a fellow Aussie while you're here, is it just like, oh, mate? Yeah, and it's like you're instant friends? Or how does it
You've
work?
got to hear him out.
Yeah.
I saw him walking down the street with a can of
handshakes,
Foster's, and I was like, oh, and he's
He
my
looks
people.
lost.
He look-
Yeah, right.
He's wearing one thong.
Right. Yeah.
That's a flip-flop, by the way.
No, of course. I know. Yeah. I know now you don't know anyone.
Careful.
It's so true.
Well, this is off to a good start.
Yeah, right. So you guys meet up.
Yeah, so we met, and both of us had careers in the hospitality industry. We'd both sort of arrived at the same place from different directions. For myself, I'd come more from the real estate and finance corporate side of the hotel industry, and had spent most of my career behind a desk working on spreadsheets and in hotels as well, but again, more from the corporate side. And was feeling really inspired and passionate about this emerging part of the hospitality industry, which I think the best way to think about it is hotel meets campground. And then I met Toly, and we decided to partner up with a shared passion to build something in that space.
It's so interesting because when you talk about when hotel meets campground, everyone's thinking, and you can kind of take advantage of this appetite now that someone already has over this, going, well, how much of each? Like, I want to know how much of each. How hotel is it? How tent is it? I love the idea of camping. I love being outside, but camping, man, it's a pain in the ass. And like, it's so like, okay, let's get all of our possessions, put them in a car, set them up, and some people love it. I love it. I like it. I'm okay with it, but it's a lot of setup and a lot of, you know what I mean? So when glamping became a thing and these air mattresses have headboards now, and, and you can make it more comfortable, camping became, I could take my little Jackery, electric thing with me. Then it's like, okay, this is more my speed.
Totally.
You guys are this elevated level of these tents, but it feels like a little boutique suite.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we're going for. We call them tented suites. They are tents, but they're tents with a lot of enhancements and creature comforts that we think make an experience that feels elevated, designed, and much more comfortable for someone who, like you say, isn't necessarily comfortable going camping in the traditional sense of that word.
Now, what do you mean they're tents? It's canvas walls? Or, I mean, I see screen doors and these. So what is the architecture, the manufacturing? What is going on here?
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially taking an African safari tent, but an Australian version of it. And it's a steel frame structure. It's wrapped in canvas, but the structure is sturdy enough to be able to have, solid floors and the glass screens that you see on some of the imagery, and soon people will see that in person. So it really provides an opportunity to take a tent and value add to it and, turn it into a bit more of a boutique and more comfortable stay.
When you see a space, a lot of people kind of come into it and they go, okay, what can we do to it? What?
Yeah.
But it feels like the way especially the way both of your backgrounds you were kind of asking in a more respectful way, what is this place asking us to do here?
100%. Yeah.
I really feel especially reading about you guys, and that's the vibe I get from you.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, I think, when we first came to this land, this opportunity, and sort of how we came about it is we started looking for a unique outdoor hospitality concepts. SLO, for some reason, was calling us. We reached out to a few people in the community and we're really embraced, which is super encouraging. So we came out here, met a few epic developers, and then got put in touch with the county who had this property called the Derrick Creek Golf Course that they were looking to potentially reposition, reimagine some parts of. So as soon as we stepped foot on this land, went to the potentials, to the site and looked around, it was magical. It was just such a perfect location. And from there, it all started to sort of shape what it is now becoming and what it will be going forward.
Yeah. How did just being on the grounds and seeing all that for both of you, how did that shape what was to come more than, say, renderings or pre-plans, ever could?
I think for me, initially coming up to that site, it's basically located only 10 minutes from downtown SLO and 10 minutes from Morro Bay. So you go down Highway 1, you go into Dairy Creek Golf Course, you go to the clubhouse, you go up the hill, and then you get to the site, and all of a sudden it's silence. And you look around and you've got this majestic views in 360 degrees. And I said, wow, this is super special. And so being able to value add to that land experience and provide an accommodation experience for people to come and stay and enjoy that view and that silence and that peacefulness that I first encountered was a big draw for me.
Yeah.
And then we got into all the technical stuff thereafter.
Yeah. David, you go, okay, dealing with the county, this can be a blessing. This can be tough. I don't know. What is a journey like this and embarking on, putting your fingerprint on property that belongs to the county and kind of using it with them? What is that even like?
A lot of work, a lot of collaboration. I think the best way to describe our relationship with them is one of partnership. I think they've been terrific supporters of this vision from the start. Like Toly said, there was a plan in place or a vision in place for El Chorro Regional Park from the county that predated our relationship with them. And, they'd at some point, I think about 10 years ago, they'd sat down and tried to think about what the next chapter of this beautiful place could look like, what type of partnerships and projects they could do to think about how to amenitize and attract a new generation of members from the local community and visitors to San Luis Obispo to come and enjoy this beautiful space. So I think that alignment of interest, fortunately for us, was there from the start. And there's of course been so many different, iterations of the plans. It's like Toly alluded to, it's easy to have a vision on paper, but once you actually go and start dealing with the technical realities of how do we put that over there and how do we fit that over there, you've got to change and adapt. And I think it's fair to say on both of our behalf that we've just been really grateful for the partnership and camaraderie that they've extended to us as we've worked with them to develop the project.
Yeah.
Coming from your end, doing what you've done with like hospitality projects and development, like the instinct often can be like maximize more rooms, more structures, more space, more revenue, right? How did you kind of look at the way that we were doing this? Because this one, you really talk about restraint, low impact construction, and how do you really assign business value to something that you kind of deliberately choose not to build?
I think for us, the mindset of doing a project like this is completely different to a hotel project because, as you say, most hotel projects are an exercise of efficiency. I've got this much room. How can I fit as many rooms in there as possible? How can I monetize every square foot of space that's available? For us, our interest in this project, our passion for what we're doing here is really rooted in our belief in the experience for the guest, which is really quite different. There's not a lot of this type of experience out there. And it's also rooted in a respect for the landscape as well. And those two things are linked together because we believe that the landscape is the experience for the guest. So I think in this type of experience, there are some really different considerations to a normal hotel project where you have to be so thoughtful about how you tread lightly, preserve that landscape, and as you say, operate with restraint. And I think that concept of restraint and trying to figure out how to make this project look and feel as contextual with that beautiful landscape, those rolling hills that you get in that part of the Chorro Valley, was really the foundation of the design vision for the project from the start.
There are people who love the idea of sleeping beneath the stars. And like I was telling you a few minutes ago, you involve a zipper, cold shower, and bugs. There's sometimes fewer people that want to jump in on that. Who is Nightsky really designed for? The experienced outdoor traveler, the person who always kind of wanted to love camping, but didn't know if camping would really love them back? Who is it for?
It's such a great question. The answer is definitely both of those types of people. We think that the common thread between the people that will enjoy this experience is less of a demographic feature. It's not really about how old you are or what type of career you have. And it's more about what your mindset is. I mean, I think there are some people who it's going to appeal to less. I think there are a lot of people out there who really have a very purist version of an outdoor experience that involves camping, backpacking,
And they're going to say this is too bougie.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. We'd love to have the chance to impress them too.
Yeah.
But I do think that, that there are people out there that, will prefer that type of the outdoors, which is completely fine. I think for us, the angle that we come at this from is less about like, is it a family? Is it a couple? We've tried to design this for both types of people and more. And it's more about the mindset of what is someone looking for? And this is where I think this concept of, the landscape, of disconnection, reconnection with nature comes into it. So there's so much to unpack there, but it's a little, I'd say it's less about demographic and more about that ambition of disconnecting with the chaos of modern life and reconnecting with something more primal that we think that travel in the outdoors is an incredible way of unlocking.
I like the way you put that. And, Toly, I think of like the reason why people would go to like, say, dude ranches, it's just to put on a different, give me different scenery, give me a different vibe. Let me, whether it's like, of course, everyone says touch grass now, or let me just see these rolling hills. And, I've been like, Dan Curcio is a good friend of ours and on the show, and he does these Under the Mood concert series. And when you're watching him play and you're seeing those rolling hills in the background, I mean, you guys have some of the prettiest back hill scenery next to like Hearst Castle. I mean, it's just gorgeous back there.
Yeah, we're truly blessed to be sort of, in partnership and being custodians of such a beautiful landscape for sure.
Now, tell me what you guys are managing there, because there's the golf. Do you have anything to do with the golf? Are you managing the golf or no?
No.
Nothing to do with Dairy Creek, because that's like the 3 golf courses, Chalk Mountain, Dairy Creek. Then there's the new restaurant, Marcero. You're controlling this?
Yeah, Marcero is our operation there as well.
Okay.
We actually started operating it just about going on a year now. And yeah, it's kind of like the hub of the property. Mm-hmm. We have an incredible chef with some beautiful food. And it's really just worthwhile coming down to check it out.
I always ask hotel people this because, like you're creating a restaurant, but you also have to be there for, room 412, that the kid wants a cheeseburger, so you like doing these square plates and having this kind of, creative cuisine, but then you're also kind of responsible for the folks that are calling your property home for the next several days. What are you guys doing with Marcero? Do you obviously probably don't just want people who are golfing to come eat there? I mean, you want it to be a place where, hey, come on out, locals, whatever, visiting, let's check out the food.
For sure. I mean, that is part of what gets us really excited about this project is that, and this is another thing where I think it really is quite different from a traditional camping or a traditional hotel project, is at Dairy Creek, I think there is this amazing opportunity to showcase something that's so beautiful, so specific to San Luis Obispo. That landscape up there is really just so, to me, it's like so iconic to the Central Coast. The views that you get of the Nine Sisters, it's so unique to this place. So it's this experience that at the same time I think is very, very special for an out-of-towner, but it's also very local too. There are a lot of people in the community who enjoy Dairy Creek Golf Course. They've had the Swing Time driving range experience. It's been open there for a number of years now, which has been really popular as well. So for us, there's this opportunity to, showcase this beautiful, iconic thing in SLO to the out-of-towner, but also cater to the community as well. The restaurant's open 7 days a week. And I think coming back to your question, Chef Trey, who's our amazing chef who Toly mentioned, has thought really, really carefully about how to come up with a menu that is, that feels sort of approachable enough to be the type of place where you might just go there on a casual Tuesday afternoon or whatever, but also elevated enough that if you're coming up to San Luis Obispo for just a couple of nights from LA or from the Central Valley or wherever, you still feel like the experience there is going to feel elevated and special and refined. And I think he's done a great job of getting that balance right.
Yeah, the food looks good. I'm looking at it right now. These salads, these bowls, these handhelds. Yeah, food looks awesome. Yeah. So what did you learn in the first year, Toly? I mean, you've had a little bit in your rearview mirror now. You're like, okay, what do we like? What do we change? What are we doing?
Great question. I think what we've learned in the last year is sort of stay on course. I think we've learned that the food offering is excellent. I feel like when the Nightsky Camp comes online and that community starts coming to the property, we're going to create a fabulous intersection of guests coming to stay on property and then also the local community. I do feel like we should be getting more and more amongst the local community more and letting people know that we're there and what it is that we're doing. And having been operating now for a year, I think we're ready to sort of to back ourselves and say, yeah, we're here. We're making really good food. We've got great service, and it really complements what the views and the location is.
Nightsky, we're thinking when the fall. When are we thinking of opening this beautiful spot?
The fall. Yeah,
the fall.
We're getting close.
I've talked to a lot of friends who are opening things. They never want to tell you anything specific.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get Toly to sign in blood confirming the date pretty soon. But yeah, opening in the fall for sure, and we're excited to have some news about an opening date in the next few weeks.
And you're inviting folks to go to nightskycamps.com. They can become what's called a stargazer, get early access, and kind of get in on some of the news first.
Yeah, absolutely. Stargazer is the early access program we've been running for a little while now that will be wrapping up soon. And it's exactly that. It's an opportunity for people who are interested in the project to put their names down early, access a pretty sweet discount for when we do open, and join our mailing list and be the first to know, when we've got news to share.
Are all the suites the same size? I see this one suite. I want to stay in this so bad. You've got this beautiful bed. You got this whole setup. I love the scheme, the fan on top, and it just looks so great. And then you got like a teepee in there, and it looks like a dog bed. Is that a teepee dog bed? I love it.
It can be a dog bed or it can be a kid bed.
Oh, it's in a kid bed? Oh, yeah. We have teepee dog beds in the house. So I'm like, Georgie's going right in that and making his own. But I'm like, that looks really big.
Oh, that's awesome.
That looks big for a dog. So I'm like, is that a dog bed? Like, I don't know. But
yeah, it's just a nice little feature.
It's just a little feature.
Yeah.
So
for the kids really, or the dog.
The answer is not a dog bed. But you guys are dog friendly though.
Absolutely.
We are dog friendly. Yeah.
Which is huge. That's so cool. Yeah, we were talking off the air about things being kid friendly and dog friendly, and it's like both are important here. But I feel like you say something's dog friendly, it's like you're in on people's hearts. There, they love that.
Definitely.
So cool.
Yeah, no, it's a cool place for dogs. There's a really awesome dog park on the other side of El Chorro Regional Park, which you can just walk to straight from where our tents are.
Oh, cool.
There's a great hiking trail up there as well. It's definitely a good place to take your dog or your kid.
And I imagine there's a lot of putting pen to paper, figuring out, okay, what are we going to ask for these nightly? Do we know yet? Have you decided that? Did you fight over this? Where do we go? How do we even begin to price something like this out when no one knows where it is between that line of camping and hotel?
You'll be able to find out soon. We're going to open up our booking calendar in a few weeks. And like a normal hotel or a normal campground these days, for that matter, the rates will differ depending on time of year and day of week and all the rest. But we've tried really hard to, look at other experiences that are sort of similar to this, different to this, around the state, around the country, around San Luis Obispo.
What did you look at? I mean, there's not like the Flying Eagle. What's the Flying Hills flags?
Flying flags.
It's kind of, I mean, it's not totally the same here, but it's, I guess, somewhat close.
There are some similarities.
Yeah.
But vast differences.
You're very unique.
Yeah. It's hard to put a price on something that's so unique.
I know.
We will be launching the booking calendar soon, where the pricing will be revealed. But we're still sort of fine tuning it because it's kind of like, hey, is it like a boutique hotel in downtown SLO, or is it like the safari?
When you guys go back and forth, who's the one fighting for the higher and lower amount? Which one?
I'd say we're pretty plugged in. I'm kind of like more of the numbers guy, but just by my background. So you're always trying to make sure those things work. But like I said, I think our rates are going to be really, really reasonable for what it is.
Yeah. And what did you say they're all the same size or they're different?
They're all the same size, just different configuration.
Oh, okay,
so most of the rooms have king beds, some rooms have queens, and some rooms have like an added little bunk, an extra for the kids or dogs.
Yeah. Or the teepees.
Alongside the teepees.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, cool. Yeah. And then thinking fall, it's beautiful here. And I love the idea that you have all these types of things around you. To go hiking over here, go do this. And
totally.
I mean, it just looks like you could just get off of your balcony and just go. It's almost like
you really can.
It's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously the restaurants there, the golf course is incredible. I mean, there's swing time. Even there's just the driving range, but then there's so much more to the park as well, like the botanical gardens and the children gardens that's over there, and the various hikes available, like just right on property. I think it's going to be a fantastic experience.
Yeah, I think it was cool. This partnership, I think, it's great for them. It's great for you guys. I think it could be a really cool thing.
Definitely very symbiotic.
Yeah. We're definitely. I think to Toly's point, that is, to me, really what makes this place so special as well. Aside from the beauty, the landscape, it's also really fun. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can stay in one of these beautiful tented suites. You've got one of the most gorgeous 9-hole golf courses I've ever seen right there at your doorstep. You've got a great restaurant right on site. Swing time is so much fun, by the way. If for anyone who hasn't tried that before, even for a non-golfer, it's just such a great experience. You can have a cocktail there as well, served from Marcero. You can go hiking up Eagle Rock without having to get in your car. But once you do get in your car, you've got everything right there. I mean, I think that's, to us as newbies in town, that's been one of the things that's just absolutely enchanted us about San Luis Obispo. I know you know all this, but I'm just to share our perspective. I can't think of any places that I've been in my life where you've got, the world-class surf beach, a beautiful, vibrant downtown, world-class wine country. You can swim, you can hike on sand dunes, you name it. It's all right there. And we think for someone who is, looking for something different, coming to the Central Coast from a different part of the state, and even if they've only got 2 nights or three nights, the number of things that you can do, the number of pieces of that adventure you can have here is just so special. So we're trying to think of Nightsky as a place where you can come and have a beautiful experience on site without having to get in your car if you want. But adventure means different things to different people. And if you are a more sort of hardcore, enthusiastic adventurer and you want to pack in as much as you can while you're here, Nightsky we're trying to make that the best possible base camp to just go out and experience it all.
Yeah, just a jumping off point to go and see SLO and experience it.
Toly, what is your favorite thing to order right now at Marcero?
I love the Cobb salad. It's just like a bomb of freshness and protein at the same time. And the tuna tartare tacos are pretty epic as well.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
They both sound good. What about you?
I'm a traditionalist. The burger that Chef Trey makes there is so good.
Is it?
Side of fries, that'll do me.
How's your ranch?
It's good. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, definitely go try it out.
All right, I love it. So much fun. Well, I can't wait to talk to you guys again and to say congratulations on the opening, because that's coming very, very soon. And can't wait to go stay out there and check it out. Yeah, it's going to be fun. And I think it'd be fun to do a date night at Marcero, do a little golf, the thing. Yeah, I think, I want locals to check this out. But if you're listening and about to visit, this is going to be a really new fun spot. And already get out there and go do the food, go do the golf. That's already open to you. But Nightsky is coming. I can't wait, guys.
We can't wait either. Can't wait to see you there.
Yeah, it was really fun to meet you and to chat with you. So thanks to, Anna and Grace and Johnny for helping coordinate this. And definitely can't wait to chat with you guys again.
Thank you, Adam.
Cheers, Adam. This was fun.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Some say life is where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Only to start again.
David and Toly, thanks both for the chat. All the links in the show notes. A Cobb salad. He's got me thinking about that Cobb salad right now. Check it out, marcero.com, nightskycamps.com. But all those links are for you and at your fingertips in the show notes. Can't wait to stay under the night sky. That's going to be rad. All right, tonight, what are you doing? How about we do some happy hour? Benny's Pizza tonight, 4:30 to 6:30, Monday through Friday, 3.5 domestic cans, $2 off premium beer and wine. We love Benny's. Just gets the spot. That Detroit-style pizza, that thick, crispy pan-fried crust, nothing like it. Check them out. A great idea for lunch. Get in there, a slice, a salad, a Coke. Be back at the office in 40, 45 minutes. It doesn't take them too long at all. It's a great place to stop in. Order up, 439-3838. I told you about their lasagna. Now, lasagna, they vacuum seal it, bring it back, put it in your freezer. It's ready whenever. Check them out, Benny's Pizza. And when you do, make sure you let them know that you heard them here on Up and Adam. All right. I want to thank my friends Moonshiner Collective here for original music on this show called Start Again. August 14th is a Friday, and that is the night of their Under the Moon concert series with those same hills and in the same place at Dairy Creek where we were just talking about all show long. So pretty sweet. Friday, August 14th. Don't miss it. moonshinercollective.com for tickets. Thanks for rating, reviewing, subscribing to the show wherever you listen to it. It means an absolute ton. You have to know that. We are recorded here at SLO CAL Studios in the heart of San Luis Obispo County, California. SLO CAL, where the wine is world class, the people are real, and life is too beautiful to rush. For turns well taken, go to SLOCAL.com. That's SLOCAL, SLOCAL.com. All right, till tomorrow. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for being here. Thank you again for being up and at 'em.
Some say life is where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Only to start again. Let's start again. We'll start again. Let's start again.